Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Katelyn from Katelyn Plans, and today I'm going to be planning in my big catch-all happy planner for the week of April 11th through 17th. This is a pretty normal week in my life. I don't have anything like very exciting picked out to do this week, but I do have some fun stickers that I'm excited to plan with. This is one of the sticker sheets that released in my shop on Friday. It is called Silly Goose, and it is geese. We have a lot of geese on campus, and some of them live on top of the building that I work in, like on the roof, and they have like eggs and they have a nest and stuff. So I see a lot of geese in my daily life, and I want to use some geese this week. I'm sorry if you're not a bird person. I know a lot of people are not bird people, but I am. And then I'm taking this Botanicals Mega sticker book because I want to use, where are they? I saw them a minute ago. I'm going to use these ones to kind of do like a floral scene along the bottom filled with geese. So it'll be a floral goose spread this week. I'm going to go ahead and just pop this off of the discs and starting with the planning. It's going to be a pretty short video, I'm hoping. I grabbed my white jelly roll pen so that I can remove some of this line along the bottom. I think I'm just going to preemptively go ahead and get rid of a large chunk of this bottom row of boxes, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so I went ahead and removed all of that so that I can put some florals in here and kind of cluster them and not have to worry about lines showing through like stems or lines showing through blooms. Not all of these are stemmed florals, but I don't think it really matters that much to me. I just kind of want to group them together, and I'll be cutting pieces off and rearranging things. It'll be a little bit of sticker surgery in this video. Always like to save these little extra leaves though. You never know when they're going to come in handy. So I'm cutting this one. I'm having a lot of fun with all of the new designs from my shop. I've been doing a lot of like daily planning using them. But this will be the first like full spread that I'm creating with the new shop stickers. I know, I'm like, geese. Geese are the first choice for this release, I guess. My first choice, at least. And there's a lot of different kinds of designs in this release. There's like some miscellaneous stuff. There's a lot of florals. I could have picked florals from my own shop for the spread, but I saw someone else use these, and I don't exactly remember who, but I saw someone else use this particular style of stickers, or set of stickers, and I'm like, yeah, I think that would look good with geese. So here we are. Plus, I don't get a lot of use out of this sticker book, so I always feel more accomplished when I'm using stickers that I've had in my stash for a while, and I know very well that I bought them for a reason and then never used them. So motivation to use up your stickers. I'll need to eventually repunch these pages because I'm working over the punches with like some of these, but that'll be a project for the end of this. I do want to continue to work in some of this greenery, so I'm gonna incorporate that in here. I will put the geese just over these, like over these ones. I know that the geese are paper and these are clear, but I think that's for the best because I'm not going to have any florals showing through their little goose bodies, which real geese are not see-through, so these ones should not be either. I just love the pop of color, and then the geese are just like, they're brown, they're gray, the color of real geese. So I think this will be like a fun background to put them up against. And I know I kind of talked about this a little bit in my intro, if I remember correctly. It was like 5 minutes ago, Katelyn. And in my sticker reveal video, but we have geese that live on campus, and we have a lot of geese that live on campus. However, there are geese that live on top of the building that I work in, and every spring they come back and they raise their little goslings on the roof of our building, and they get angry and they honk at people mostly because they're trying to raise a family here. But I love them. They keep coming back, so I wanted to do like a fun little goose spread. I'm like trying to decide if I want to have two of them on this half of the spread or have like the other one on the other side. I think I'm going to put these two together, kind of like the two geese that live on the building. The Goose parents. I didn't make any goslings on this sticker sheet, and I kind of regret that. I should have made baby geese, but I like the way this looks so far. Right up my alley. I don't know if this is going to appeal to everyone out there, but it's making me happy, so we've got that going for us already. I'm just gonna go ahead with more florals on this side of the spread. And I think there's gotta be another page of this design. In these mega floral sticker books, there's typically 2 of each page. And that makes it nice, so if you wanna like share it with a friend and go in on it and only take half of the stickers, they are more expensive than like a regular sticker book, but that's because you're getting the amount of like 3 different sticker books in one. I think they're like 100 sheets of stickers. There's like 50 on either half of this, but some people don't want that many stickers, so great opportunity to go in on it with a friend and just split them half and half. Or if you're like me and you just use a lot of stickers, another great opportunity to just use them all. Okay, so we've got these. People are being really loud today, outside, downstairs. It's just a loud day overall, and I'm not too pleased with that because I thought I was being productive. I'm gonna film videos in the middle of the day, and it's always the daytime that's loud. Okay, so I'm just adding some greenery in here, trying not to make it all florals. I think this half needs some pink, so I'll take these ones, and I can kind of stack things, like I can get some different heights in here. And then I'll take these yellow ones, which I think are really pretty, and I'll use this one to do kind of this corner area. I'm trying to think about all the different things that I have going on this week, and it's pretty limited. I think I'm gonna go see my boyfriend this weekend. I don't know if we have any like explicit plans of like what we're gonna do this weekend. Like maybe we'll go to the museum, that could be fun. But it's just kind of like a hangout weekend. So this is good on florals for now. Maybe I want some that kind of creep up the sidebar. I don't know if I'm gonna be using that space for anything else. Anyway, we might go to the museum. That's something we've been talking about doing for a while now. There's a show at the Chicago Art Institute that I have been very interested in seeing. So we might head over there, probably get some food. Like one thing that I didn't get to do a lot of during the pandemic that I absolutely love is going to restaurants. Even though going to restaurants for me is kind of tricky as someone who has like a lot of food allergies, I just really like going to restaurants. So we might do that. I just don't know. I'm still figuring out what my week is going to look like. I am planning kind of far in advance. And then maybe some greenery in here too to kind of bring it outwards. Because I feel like it's kind of sloping really sharply. I'll take like this one. And these things can overlap. I don't know if I'm doing a lot of overlapping in other areas, so I'm kind of trying to be cognizant of how much overlapping I'm doing over here, but yeah, that looks fine. Okay, we've got like a floral mountain going on over here. And I could even take one of these quotes and put it alongside them. Like, personally, I'm a fan of the lot of honking, but I'm looking for something a little bit smaller so I can still see the florals around that. Maybe like duck, duck, goose. I know, and I said this in my design reveal, in Minnesota, where I lived for a while when I went to school, they call it duck, duck, gray duck, which I've always thought was really funny. Most people call it duck, duck, goose, but in Minnesota, they call it duck, duck, gray duck. And now I'm looking at this and I feel like it should slope up on the other side too. I probably shouldn't have made it lopsided in the first place. There's also some foiled ones in here that are a little bit bigger, which are really pretty, but I didn't use any anywhere else in the spread, so I probably should not do that. Trying to keep things consistent. So I'll add some yellow in, And maybe this side isn't as dramatic as the other side of the spread. We've got some of these, kind of like this red one. And I'm like, do we have red anywhere else in here? This is the kind of red. So I can do this one like right in here. I need something on top of that. Maybe these purple ones could be a good way to just close this out. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I'm planning on doing black boxes for this one because I want to bring out the black tones on the geese and the quotes. And then this is just a lot of color, so trying to counteract that a little bit. I have the Mojo Jojo Plans Black Colorful Boxes book, and I'm going to use this to label everything this week. I'm also thinking that I might take some of my new functional words stickers to label like these boxes. I might take like the yellow ones. I feel like that would work really well in the spread. So this one right here is going to be a meeting, and then after that I have class. And I'm going with a little bit larger of a box than I normally do for these because I want to use, I'm thinking I want to use those functional words, and that'll take up a bigger chunk of like the writing space on those. So I have on the agenda and then school days, which is like school stuff. I feel like this yellow matches pretty well with the florals. It matches like this one down here. So I'm just gonna center this label in the top of these boxes, and then I'll write the details below, but then they'll all be like a pop of yellow. We've got meeting right here. I know that appointment might be a little too long for the box that I will put it in, but I could like change that out to like a meeting if I needed to. I don't know what's underneath the page that's making this weird noise. Moving over to Tuesday, and I have class that I'm teaching. I don't know which label I'd use for class that I'm teaching. Probably not priority. I mean, I could just put class again. That wouldn't be like a lie. Like that is what it is. And then after I teach class, I normally have office hours, but I don't know if I'm gonna have office hours this week because there's not like any assignments due that they would have questions about. And I want these a little bit closer. So I don't know if I'd mark that, but I do have seminar, like class for me to attend. So maybe that's just what that box is. And then if I need to like mark office hours, I could put a page flag in. That makes sense. So then I'll just use 2 class stickers for this. I tried my best to fit as many like words onto these sticker sheets as possible. So they are making good use of the space that they're in. And I mentioned this in the design reveal as well. And I keep referencing that because I just filmed it. But these functional words are only available as physical sticker sheets just because of like cost reasons. It didn't make sense for me to offer them as a download that could be printed again and again. On Wednesday, I have class and then I have work. I'm trying to figure out like a good placement for these. There's not necessarily anything I want to put up here in the sky. I mean, it would be fun if I had like a sun, like I did last week in my catch-all spread, but I don't think I have another sun sticker that I can use, or not one that I like know of off the top of my head. So I'm gonna put these here. On Monday, it's also the first day of the Etsy boycott, and I'm not the one organizing this, but I will talk to it like today, and I think we're going to be talking about it on our podcast that goes live on Friday. So if you're interested in hearing more about that, Friday is a new episode of the podcast, and you can hear us talk about the Etsy boycott. This one is called Working Hard, and I just need stickers that say work. So we'll be probably talking about that, but technically this whole week is supposed to be a boycott of Etsy. I know some people are only participating on Monday, or some people are just like making note of it or signing a petition and then not actually closing their Etsy shops. However, Etsy is raising their fees from 5% to 6.5% on Monday, which is a pretty like, it doesn't seem like a very large number, but in the grand scheme of things, it does add up. This additional like 1.5%, which would equate to somewhere around like a 30% increase to the cut of the profit that they're taking. So that's going up on Monday, and people are not happy about that. There's a few different reasons why people are boycotting Etsy. I think the percentage increase is the major one, but there's also some things about their star seller program, which requires you to have like really fast response times to messages, and it's just a lot. So there is an Etsy boycott going on where people are closing or putting their shops on vacation mode for the week, or not shopping from Etsy, and I have a lot of opinions about it as someone who like sells on Etsy. Like, I feel like most people who are Etsy sellers do have opinions on this, but I'll be talking about it more on the podcast. I felt very like scatterbrained there. I'm having a hard time putting words together at the moment. On Friday, I've got this, and then got a meeting, and then I should put a box in here for the podcast, but I don't have any stickers that say podcast, so I'll have to pick a different sticker to label that one. Maybe podcast is the next set of functional words that I need. Okay, so I'll put this one down here for the new episode of Professionally Planned. Labeling all of those boxes that I just put into place. I'm sorry, I don't feel very, like, entertaining today. I know it's hard to, like, anticipate how entertaining a video is gonna be when I'm, like, filming it. It makes more sense when I get into the editing stage. But I can, like, tell right now, I just feel very low energy, and I'm sorry if that's, like, making its way into the final cut of this video. I'm really trying to, like, make this something that someone would want to watch. Why did I pull another class sticker? I don't even need it. I don't need it. Okay, so I got class, I have meeting. What do I do on Thursdays? I've got an appointment and I have work. And as I had mentioned, I don't think appointment's gonna fit into the box. So, oh, come on. So my options are cut up appointment so it fits into the box, let it kind of just go outside the bounds of the sticker, or I could white it out so that it overlaps, but I feel like that would look really weird. Maybe I should have done like a PPT to mark appointment. And I might just do a little sticker surgery and make that happen for this specific planner layout. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut the app part of appointment. And then the ointment can just stay on the sticker. So I'm gonna piece together a few different letters to make this work. And hopefully this looks like it was just meant to be in the first place when I get this onto the pages, but I have a hunch it's gonna look like I just put two stickers together. Okay, so this one will say appointment. Not bad. I mean, it's not centered, but it's not bad. Oh, here, for the podcast, I can just label it with today. That's a nice stand-in sticker for that, because it will be that day. Okay, so today for this. This is looking pretty good. I'm excited about the direction that this is heading in. I think I'm gonna have a work shift on Saturday this week, so I'll get another box in place for that. And then on Sunday, we normally play trivia, so I would like to get a box for that one as well. And typically I'll do like a full-sized box for that, just because it does like make up all of my Sunday plans. I don't really have a lot going on the weekends normally. So I'm gonna use this one to just block out all day on Sunday. For that one, I'm gonna label it today as well. And then Saturday, I will label work, just so that the labels correspond to the task at hand. I personally really like functional word stickers, and I like these ones because they match the font that I use in a lot of the quote stickers from my shop. So if you're looking for fonts to be cohesive, then these will be the functional words for you. Back to the geese part of the spread. I want to get some more geese in here. I want one on this side of the spread, but I only had one left on the one that I started. So I'm going to put that one here, and then I'm going to go back onto a new sheet and take one more goose from over here to go over here. I know baby geese don't look like this, but think about it as a baby goose. Like it's smaller than the rest of them. So all my geese are in place down here, but I do want to make use of the flying ones up in like the top corners. So I'm going to take this one. And this is where the sun would come in helpful. Maybe I can look around for a sun sticker real fast. I found one that I think will work. I'm in this Seasons sticker book, and I'm seeing this one and this one. So I think the yellow will be closer to what I'm doing with like the yellow labels. I think it looks pretty close color-wise. So this one's gonna go up here on Sunday. Kind of the same thing I did last week with the sun right up there, but that's where the sun goes. I'm trying to just make this goose at the right angle though. So I'd like this goose to just kind of be flying over by the sun. I wish the sun were a little bit larger, but there's not much I can do to change the size of stickers. Maybe I mix it up a bit. Maybe the sun and the goose should be over here on Wednesday. I can't really tell. Or maybe they just should be lower. It just doesn't feel right as it is. So I'm gonna peel this up real fast and just play around with some different options. I'm not really sold on where the sun is going to go, but I do like the goose right there. And then I'm going to take my other flying goose and put him somewhere. Probably like on the Monday area. So they're kind of opposite each other. I don't want them to be completely level. So maybe this one needs to go up slightly. Because all of the ones on the bottom of the spread are in the same like line of sight. So one should be higher than the other up here in the sky. I want to make use of this quote with all the honking, because I think that's probably the best quote I've ever made. So maybe this would go well just over here on the weekend area. And now that I have those two in place, would the sun look fine? It just is not the right size. I would like it to be slightly larger. I found, this is the Happy Illustrations book, which has seen some better days. It is all falling apart at this point. But I know there's some sun stickers in here, if not just this one. And I feel like this is a better size and a better style for what I'm going for. So I'm just going to take this one out of my Falling Apart Happy Illustrations book. And maybe this is what we need. So I could put it up here, which actually I think looks better than how it was before. Or I could put it over in the sidebar too. If I do that, I feel like the goose needs to be higher. I'm going to put it over here on Sunday. I think it works a lot better than the slightly smaller one that I was pulling out of that Seasons book. I'm feeling pretty happy with this. I'm just trying to decide what else might need to go in here. I think the last thing that I'd like is just a few checklists. So I'm going into the Colorful Boxes book and I'm pulling some black checklists. I have my X-Acto knife because I'm going to crop them down so they fit into the space a little bit better. On Tuesday, I could do like a full one if I really wanted to. And I tend to have more room on Tuesday to do things, but I just don't know if I want like a full checklist hanging out in the middle of the day. Plus, I'll probably have those office hours I was talking about, so I'm just gonna go ahead and skip Tuesday and start working on the other days and then come back to it if I need to. Taking the X-Acto and just trimming it exactly to that line. I don't really need these extra pieces. Sometimes I hold on to them and I'm like, why am I holding on to these sticker pieces that I know I'm never going to use? Like florals, I find use for the tiny little sticker fragments, but single dots of checklists, probably not. Probably never going to need that ever again in my life. So just get rid of what you know you're never gonna use. It'll make your life a lot lighter. I accumulate so many different things and I don't need half of them. So I'm taking more checklists to do probably Thursday and Saturday. I'd like to get some orders packed over the course of this week, so I think these checklists will be an opportunity for me to note when I'm going to be doing stuff for the Etsy shop. The week after, like a release day, always tends to be like hectic when it comes to getting things ready to go, ready out in the mail. I try my best to get my turnaround time, like, I don't know, like, I try my best to get things shipped out in a timely manner, but it's just been one of those growing pains of starting a small shop and not, like, completely foreseeing how fast things would grow. So my processing time tends to be around a week and a half. That's where it typically is at. Some orders are quicker than that to go out the door, but a week and a half is like the top of that processing time. Okay, I'm doing a checklist on Friday as well. If I'm gonna go see my boyfriend this weekend, there's always things I need to do to, like, I don't know, like, put gas in the car or stuff like that. So Friday checklist will be helpful for that. Now it feels a little lopsided with just one up here in the top row. I could move Monday and Wednesday up to the top, and then I put the full list on Tuesday. Every day does not need a checklist, but in some ways it does help. And if I don't end up filling everything in, I don't end up filling everything in. There have been weeks in my planner lately where I just, like, have not filled everything in. And it just will happen. Like, not everything is going to need to be filled in 100% of the time. Sometimes you remember things and you don't, like, have them written in your planner. And you just, like, you do what you need to do. So, man, I'm having such a hard time with words today. I'm so sorry to anyone who's watching this and being like, what is Katelyn talking about now? Anyway, checklists are in place. I think I'm feeling pretty good with this, so I'm going to go ahead and pop this back onto the discs. And here it is, all set up on the planner, and I'm happy with this one. I really do like that pop of yellow with all the words up at the top. I think it's fun with all the geese down here at the bottom. And it's like a fun bird-themed spread that's not just, like, all birds. It has some florals in there too. So I'm happy with this one and excited to plan in this. I'm probably just going to use regular black pen to fill everything in because there already is that pop of color up here. But I do really like how colorful this is for a spread about geese. But anyway, there you go. Here is my April 11th through 17th catch-all spread. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner-related content, and follow me over on Instagram at Katelyn Plans, where I share after the pen photos as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching, and happy planning!